Ever wandered into a place and thought, wait, this feels like a scene from a movie? Well, buckle up. Today we're taking you on a cinematic journey through 20 jaw-dropping locations that look straight out of Hollywood's wildest dreams. From eerie scenes that fit for a horror blockbuster to dreamy cities perfect for a rom-com, this list will have you planning your next adventure and casting yourself as the star. Let's dive in. Number 20. Mont Saint-Michel, France. Rising dramatically from the sea like a mythical fortress, Mont Saint-Michel in Normandy is the kind of place that makes your jaw drop on sight. Surrounded by water during high tide and shimmering in golden light at sunset, this medieval island commune is crowned by a towering abbey that looks like it was plucked from a fantasy epic. Narrow cobblestone streets, ancient ramparts, and sweeping coastal views. It's a living, breathing set piece that transports you to another century. This location was chosen for its haunting beauty and otherworldly charm. Perfect for fantasy, historical dramas, and even eerie thrillers, Mont Saint-Michel has the natural drama needed for sweeping camera shots and epic storytelling. Think of it as the ideal setting for a Game of Thrones style battle or a mysterious time travel romance. Its isolation during high tide adds a suspenseful edge, making it perfect for suspense or horror too. Number 19. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA. Like the folds of a surreal velvet curtain carved by nature itself, Antelope Canyon in Arizona is a dreamscape of swirling sandstone in deep orange and crimson hues. As sunlight filters down in beams through narrow crevices, it creates a mystical glow that feels out of this world. It's one of the most photogenic slot canyons on Earth, and walking through it feels like stepping into another dimension. Chosen for its alien and ethereal appearance, this location screams science fiction or spiritual fantasy. It's the perfect backdrop for an alien first contact, a desert survival thriller, or even a mysterious ancient civilization tale. Directors love how light and shadow dance here. Just imagine a scene with the protagonist discovering a secret chamber glowing with ancient energy. Number 18. Chefchaouen, Morocco. Welcome to the Blue Pearl of Morocco, Chefchaouen. This mountain town is famous for its vibrant blue-washed buildings that cascade down the Rif Mountains. Every alleyway and stairwell glows in hues of indigo and sky blue, giving the entire town a calm, dreamy vibe. It's like walking through a watercolor painting come to life. This city's visually unique aesthetic makes it ideal for artistic romance films, quirky comedies, and magical realism stories. Picture a whimsical indie film where a lost artist finds inspiration, or a heartwarming romantic tale that unfolds in these winding, cobalt alleys. Its dreamlike color palette and serene atmosphere make every frame look like a painting. Number 17. Hallstatt, Austria. Tucked beside a pristine lake and backed by snow-capped Alps, Hallstatt looks like a fairy tale village dropped into real life. The pastel houses, Gothic church steeples, and charming lakeside views have earned it a spot on countless postcards and screensavers. In winter, it's a snowy paradise. In summer, it's a lush wonderland. This idyllic village is perfect for romance, period dramas, or mystery thrillers. Imagine a love story unfolding across seasons, or a dark thriller where the peaceful facade hides long-buried secrets. With its breathtaking alpine setting and old-world charm, Hallstatt is as versatile as it is beautiful. Number 16. Zhangjiajie National Park, China. Zhangjiajie, located in the Hunan province of China, is home to the stunning Tianzi Mountains, a surreal landscape of towering sandstone spires that seem to float in the mist. The jagged peaks stretch high into the sky, often shrouded in a mystical fog, creating a dreamlike scene straight out of a fantasy world. These otherworldly formations were the inspiration for the floating mountains of Pandora and Avatar, and you can see why. Zhangjiajie feels like it exists in a realm beyond our own. With its dramatic, gravity-defying rock formations, Zhangjiajie is a perfect backdrop for science fiction and fantasy films. The landscape provides the perfect setting for an alien world or a hidden mystical kingdom where ancient forces and futuristic technologies collide. Whether it's a high-flying action sequence or an epic quest through uncharted territory, Zhang Jiajie's otherworldly scenery offers an unforgettable cinematic experience. Number 15. Edinburgh, United Kingdom. Edinburgh, Scotland's enchanting capital, is a city steeped in history, mystery, and dark charm. With its medieval old town, narrow cobbled streets, and imposing Gothic architecture, Edinburgh has an eerie atmosphere that feels like it could hide centuries of secrets. The city's towering castles, fog-covered alleyways, and ancient graveyards set the perfect stage for tales of the supernatural, while its hilltop views over the city add to the air of mystery. Edinburgh's haunting beauty makes it ideal for horror films, especially those involving vampires and dark atmospheric thrillers. The narrow, shadowy streets of the Old Town provide an uncanny setting for a vampire hunter's pursuit, while the eerie graveyards like Greyfriars Kirkyard evoke a chilling ambiance for tales of the undead or ghostly encounters. The city's long history of crime and dark deeds also makes it a perfect location for crime thrillers and mystery movies. Imagine a detective unraveling secrets beneath the cobblestones, or a Victorian-era murderer haunting the foggy streets. With its combination of ancient history and Gothic ambiance, Edinburgh is a perfect canvas for any story where danger lurks in the shadows. Number 14. Cappadocia, Turkey. Picture hundreds of hot air balloons drifting above honeycombed hills and ancient cave dwellings carved into volcanic rock. That's Cappadocia, a land that feels like a blend of history and dream. The region's unique rock formations, known as fairy chimneys, add to the enchantment. Perfect for fantasy epics, historical fiction, or introspective dramas, Cappadocia offers a vast, surreal backdrop. A film set here could include aerial scenes of breathtaking proportions or an emotional journey through underground cities and stone labyrinths. It's a place of mystery and beauty. Number 13. Uyuni Salt Flat, Bolivia. Stretching across over 4,000 square miles, the Uyuni Salt Flat in Bolivia is the largest salt flat in the world, and it's nothing short of a natural wonder. When dry, the cracked white expanse stretches to the horizon, creating a mirror-like effect during the rainy season, where the sky and earth blend together seamlessly. The vast emptiness of Uyuni is at once breathtaking and surreal, as if it belongs to another planet. The Uyuni Salt Flat is ideal for science fiction, dystopian thrillers, and surreal dramas. Its vast, barren landscape creates an unparalleled sense of isolation, making it the perfect backdrop for stories of survival, discovery, or adventure. Imagine a post-apocalyptic world where the salt flats become the last remaining refuge, or a supernatural mystery where characters are lost in the reflective beauty of the flat, unsure of what's real and what's illusion. Uyuni's dramatic scenery pushes the boundaries of visual storytelling. Number 12. Venice, Italy. A city built on water, where gondolas glide silently through narrow canals and ancient bridges arch over shimmering reflections. Venice is a masterpiece in motion. This floating city, with its crumbling facades, foggy waterways, and ornate palazzos, feels like a film set carefully preserved for centuries. Whether you're strolling across the Rialto Bridge or getting lost in shadowy alleys, every turn is pure cinematic gold. Venice has long enchanted filmmakers with its atmosphere of intrigue and elegance. It's the ideal setting for romantic dramas full of longing glances and slow dancing violins echoing across the Grand Canal. But it also lends itself to darker stories, political thrillers cloaked in Venetian masks, or high-stakes heist films where the narrow alleys and labyrinthine layout become part of the game. Picture a moonlit boat chase under low-slung bridges, or a forbidden romance unfolding during Carnival, hidden behind ornate masks and whispered promises. From The Italian Job to James Bond's Casino Royale, and countless period dramas in between, Venice doesn't just support a story, it becomes the story. Number 11. Iceland's Highlands. With black sand deserts, erupting geysers, steaming fumaroles, lava fields, and braided glacial rivers, Iceland's highlands feel like an alien world sculpted by fire and ice. Towering rhyolite mountains painted in surreal hues, and vast windswept plateaus stretch as far as the eye can see, creating a stark, otherworldly beauty that feels untouched by time. The silence is profound, broken only by the rumble of distant geothermal activity, or the roar of meltwater thundering through narrow canyons. Under the flickering aurora borealis, the entire landscape transforms into a living, breathing light show. This is cinematic gold for science fiction, fantasy, or post-apocalyptic genres. It's easy to imagine a lone hero trudging across the barren terrain after a global catastrophe, a rebel outpost hidden among volcanic cliffs, or an ancient power slumbering beneath the ice. The Highlands offer a raw, untamed stage, a filmmaker's blank canvas for bold, visually arresting storytelling, where nature itself becomes a character. Number 10. Petra, Jordan. Carved into rose-red cliffs, Petra rises from the Jordanian desert like a lost city from legend. The journey through the narrow Sikhi builds suspense until it dramatically opens to reveal the treasury, an awe-inspiring facade that feels almost unreal. This ancient Nabatean city, once a thriving trade hub, still echoes with the footsteps of history. Crumbling tombs, temples, and rock-carved dwellings whisper stories of ambition, mystery, and endurance. Hollywood has long embraced Petra's mystique, from Indiana Jones to The Mummy. It's the perfect backdrop for epic adventures, ancient secrets, or supernatural tales. Picture a daring explorer uncovering a cursed relic, or a lost civilization waiting to be awakened in the shadowy depths of its stone corridors. Number 9. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany. Perched high above the dense Bavarian forests, Neuschwanstein Castle is the very embodiment of fantasy. Its soaring spires and delicate towers rise from the mist, like something conjured from a dream that inspired fairy tales the world over, including Disney's iconic castle. Built by the enigmatic King Ludwig II, every stone seems touched by whimsy and melancholy, echoing his obsession with myth, music, and medieval romance. Inside, murals of knights, dragons, and epic legends swirl across gilded halls, while hidden passageways and velvet-draped chambers add a sense of secrecy and wonder. It's not just a castle, it's a gateway into a world where magic doesn't just feel possible, but inevitable. Neuschwanstein Castle is tailor-made for fantasy romances, regal dramas, or magical realism. Its blend of architectural elegance and natural grandeur sets the stage for stories filled with longing, destiny, and transformation. Picture a young royal escaping the confines of courtly life, a spellbound prince awakening within its walls, or a magical portal opening in the moonlit ballroom. The ornate towers and alpine backdrop create a timeless setting, where enchantment lingers in every shadow. Number 8. The Scottish Highlands, Scotland. Rugged, untamed, timeless. The Scottish Highlands are a living testament to the wild soul of the earth. Mist coils over endless moors like breath from an ancient slumber, while lochs mirror the shifting sky in eerie stillness. Crumbling castles cling to jagged cliffs, their stones weathered by centuries of wind, rain, and legend. Brooding mountains rise like silent sentinels, guarding secrets as old as the land itself. Here, time feels fluid, woven into every glen, and echoing with stories of warriors, lost clans, forbidden love, and supernatural forces. It's not just a landscape that sets the stage for an epic, it demands one. This is the realm of sweeping war dramas, stormy romances, and haunting Celtic mythology. Think Braveheart, Outlander, or a tale where gods and mortals collide under stormy skies. The Highlands are wild and poetic, where every gust of wind carries the weight of 1,000 forgotten stories, and every shadow might hide a ghost or a legend waiting to be reborn. Number 7. Santorini, Greece. Floating like a dream on the sapphire waters of the Aegean Sea, Santorini is a painter's palette come to life. Blindingly whitewashed villages cascade down volcanic cliffs in sun-drenched tears, their domed rooftops splashed with the deep blue of a midsummer sky. Bougainvillea spills over balconies, and the scent of sea breeze and citrus lingers in the warm air. Every sunset feels like a cinematic climax, fiery gold and crimson bleeding into the sea as church bells echo softly in the distance. Each winding alley and hidden courtyard whispers of old-world romance and quiet revelation. It's a place where reality gently blurs into fantasy, where lovers wander hand in hand, poets sigh into their wine glasses, and even the ordinary feels touched by something divine. Santorini is made for summer love stories, charming comedies, or deeply personal dramas about rediscovery and change. Its radiant beauty and theatrical landscapes give every frame a sun-kissed postcard-perfect glow. Think The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or Mamma Mia, but with a timeless, mythic quality. A setting that turns even the simplest story into something unforgettable. Number 6. Wadi Rum, Jordan. Deep in the heart of southern Jordan lies Wadi Rum, a vast desert wilderness that looks like a scene from another planet. Known as the Valley of the Moon, this otherworldly landscape is dominated by towering sandstone mountains, deep canyons, and expansive red sand dunes. The rich hues of the desert shift as the sun rises and sets, creating a dramatic, ever-changing backdrop that feels both timeless and alien. Wadi Rum is a prime location for science fiction, adventure epics, and post-apocalyptic films. Its stark alien terrain evokes the feeling of exploring distant planets, making it an ideal setting for space exploration stories or survival films in an uninhabited world. Films like The Martian have already showcased its suitability for portraying the harsh, isolated environment of Mars, while its rugged beauty can also support thrilling action sequences and tales of human resilience in the face of extreme challenges. Whether it's an alien encounter, a desert survival story, or a journey to the unknown, Wadi Rum's dramatic landscape brings an unmatched cinematic intensity. Number 5. Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo, a sprawling metropolis where the past and future collide, is one of the most dynamic and visually exciting cities in the world. The neon-lit streets, the towering skyscrapers, and the bustling crowds give the city an electric energy that never seems to stop. From the serene beauty of its temples to the chaotic buzz of Shibuya Crossing, Tokyo is a city that's always in motion, offering an ever-changing backdrop for filmmakers. Tokyo is a dream setting for sci-fi thrillers, high-energy action films, and futuristic dramas. Its blend of modernity and tradition makes it a perfect location for stories that explore the intersection of technology and humanity. Think of it as the ideal backdrop for a cyberpunk thriller, where advanced robotics and neon lights blur the line between man and machine. Tokyo's vibrant streets and high-tech atmosphere also make it an excellent setting for superhero films, heist movies, and fast-paced action sequences, with skyscrapers serving as the perfect playground for daring stunts. Number 4. The Great Wall of China. Stretching over 13,000 miles across northern China, the Great Wall is one of the most iconic and awe-inspiring monuments on Earth. Snaking across jagged mountain ridges, arid deserts, dense forests, and misty valleys, it's a colossal testament to human ambition, endurance, and ingenuity. Built over centuries by countless hands and dynasties, its towering stone walls and watchtowers rise defiantly from the landscape, silent sentinels of ancient conflict and unity. Walking along its steep, uneven steps feels like traversing the spine of history itself, with sweeping views that evoke both the beauty and brutality of the past. Chosen for its sheer scale, historical depth, and symbolic power, the Great Wall serves as an epic backdrop for grand cinematic storytelling. It's tailor-made for sweeping action films, historical dramas, and gripping adventures. Picture massive battle scenes unfolding beneath its battlements, secret messages passed between soldiers under cover of darkness, or a desperate escape along its storm-lashed ramparts. Whether set in the distant past or reimagined in a future world, the wall brings gravity, grandeur, and undeniable intensity to every scene. A place where stories of war, honor, resilience, and survival come vividly to life. Number 3. Machu Picchu, Peru. Hidden high in the cloud-kissed Andes, Machu Picchu is an ancient Incan city that feels suspended between earth and sky, a sacred place seemingly untouched by time. Perched on a narrow ridge above a misty valley, this world wonder remains one of the most enigmatic archaeological sites on the planet. Its stone temples, terraces, and ceremonial platforms rise in perfect harmony with the surrounding landscape, as if the mountains themselves whispered their design. Dense jungle creeps along its edges, while the distant roar of rivers echoes through the canyons far below. Every corner holds an air of mystery, inviting questions about the people who once lived, worshipped, and disappeared here. With its spiritual aura, historical depth, and breathtaking isolation, Machu Picchu is tailor-made for adventure films, mystical thrillers, and sweeping historical epics. It's the ultimate backdrop for a high-stakes treasure hunt, where explorers decode ancient clues amid crumbling ruins, or a deeply personal pilgrimage, where characters seek answers from the past to understand their future. The site's natural grandeur and haunting beauty create a cinematic atmosphere charged with discovery, transformation, and the eternal pull of the unknown. Number 2. The Sahara Desert, Africa. Endless golden dunes stretch as far as the eye can see, with the blazing sun casting sharp shadows over the desolate, ever-shifting landscape. The Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world, has an air of eternal solitude. Its vastness and isolation make it both intimidating and hypnotic, a place where the beauty of the natural world collides with harsh extremes. The wind carves the sand into hauntingly elegant forms, while the silence feels ancient, almost sacred. In this otherworldly expanse, time seems to stand still, swallowed by the rhythm of the shifting sands. The Sahara is perfect for action-packed survival stories, thrillers, and epic adventures. Whether it's a tale of daring exploration, a fight for survival against the elements, or an unforgettable romance between two travelers lost in the sand, the desert's vast emptiness amplifies the intensity of any plot. It also lends itself beautifully to sci-fi films. Think post-apocalyptic landscapes, or an alien invasion unfolding in this unforgiving terrain. The starkness of the desert becomes a mirror for characters' inner battles, turning every journey into a test of spirit, resilience, and transformation. Number 1. New York City, USA. There's no place like New York City, the city that never sleeps. From the iconic skyline to the labyrinth of streets, New York has served as the backdrop for countless unforgettable films. Whether it's the bright lights of Times Square or the peaceful serenity of Central Park, this city holds a dynamic charm that has made it the most filmed city in the world. The combination of diverse neighborhoods, historic landmarks, and cutting-edge skyscrapers makes it a location like no other. New York City is famous for superhero movies. Think Spider-Man, The Avengers, or The Dark Knight. The city's towering buildings and its crowded streets provide the perfect stage for epic battles, high-speed chases, and dramatic rescues. But New York's versatility goes beyond capes and tights. It's also an ideal location for romantic comedies like When Harry Met Sally, crime thrillers, or gritty dramas about ambition and survival. With its gritty streets and its soaring heights, New York embodies a perfect mix of romance, drama, and action. And there you have it, 20 breathtaking places that could easily double as movie sets. From dramatic deserts to fairy tale castles, each one is ready for its close-up, and each location holds a story waiting to be told. So, which of these cinematic wonders will you visit first? Or better yet, which one will you feature in your own movie? Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and like the content if you want to see more.